Well, first, me being a nurse, I was watching Micah and I was seeing some signs and symptoms of him, and I was looking at him and I was like, he's starting to gain a little bit more weight compared to last summer. So I made an appointment with his physician, and she, weighed him, and we began to look at him. And there's this thing, we call it the weight hump that's on the back of your neck, which is associated with diabetes. And so she referred him up here to Dr. Jeffries. So Dr. Jeffries, came in, she evaluated him, and she ran some lab work, and his A1C was borderline diabetic. And then also she asked me to come over and listen, and she said, "Do you hear this?" So I began to listen to it, and I was like, I do hear it, and it was a little murmur. So we also made an appointment with a cardiologist. It was some social issues. Like one time he came home and he said, "Oh, Mom, the kids just love rubbing my belly. They just say, oh, they love rubbing my belly so much." And the struggle just became really hard when it was time to find clothes to fit, because a lot of people don't sell Huskies. And so him having to just put on his clothes, just leaning on the bed, doing the overweight thing, leaning down, button up your clothes type of situation for Micah was very hard.
Mom and my doctor, Dr. DeVita, wanted me to come up here so I can lose more weight.
So we sat down and we had a family meeting, and we told him what was going on with Micah. And we were like, with him only being 8, it's not healthy. And with the pre-existing diabetes in the family and all the other health issues, we as a family are going to have to do this. So starting today, we're going to have to exit all the junk food out. We're going to have to be his support system, and we're going to have to stand behind Micah. And it's just not only going to be Micah can't have, we're all going to have to limit it, what we eat, what we drink. No more sodas being brought in the house. So that's how Grandpa and Nanny got involved, because Nanny, shall I say Pawpaw, was the big, "Micah, you want to go to McDonald's after school" supporter. That was him. So that's how he became the one that had to come to the class and learn how to give Micah the right meals to eat, to substitute the bad foods for the good foods. And Mom was the meal prepper. So that's how we became a family.
So we're experimenting with different vegetables. He didn't eat Brussels sprouts, so I brought it so we could test it to see if he would like it. We have a 2-bite rule. If you eat 2 bites of it and you don't like it, I will not make you eat any more of it. And we don't fry food anymore. We bake every meat that we eat. Everything is baked. There's no sweets in my house. There's no soda in my house. Nothing that has sugar in it, we don't bring it in.
And then now, since he's been coming up here, it's been a whole turnaround. Like, he came in one Sunday, he was like, "I'm ready for church." And I'm like, "You're ready?" He says, "Yes, I buttoned up my pants all by myself. I zipped them up. I didn't have to bend over or nothing. I fit them just perfectly." And so he's went down many sizes in clothes, and he's just very excited. Even at school now, the kids, they're like, "Well, Micah, you don't eat this like you did last year." And so even, the kids at school have noticed the difference. I mean, he's more active at school. His baseball, like at first he was like, "Oh, I guess I can go out there and play." Now they know when he gets up to bat, just watch out because he's coming. So.
Well, I love it because when we first started, I thought he was going to have a hard time because, he likes fast food. He likes eating at Old Charlie's. "Oh, Nanny, I just love the bread." So we had to cut that out to anything that he loved to eat, he doesn't get, because he's going to eat. But it's been a major change. It was hard, but once we got the program started and everybody joined in, it's quite easy now. He does real good, real good.
So after we go to the cardiologist, and she does look over Micah, she does find the heart murmur, and she sends us up to WVU to have it further examined. And they begin to look, and they said, "Yes, we do see some blockage. We see the narrowing down one of his mitral valves." And so We want you to just come back in a couple months and do CT with and without contrast, and because we may have to do a heart cath. We went back in October and they done the the CT scan of his heart with and without contrast. And we sat in the doctor's office and we waited and we waited and we were like, okay. You know, me being a nurse, I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, it's taking a little long time. And then he comes in the room. I'm like, I know that look, so what? Go ahead and spit it out. And so he tells me, he says, I'm giving him a full bill of health. He can go back to exercising. There's nothing on the scan. He's clean. He's ready to go back. So it was like, it's just amazing, just a miracle, basically. It was God's little miracle for Micah. Micah was very overjoyed and excited and could not wait to come back to healthy kids.
Don't be nervous, just be yourself and do what makes you happy.